The NCDC draft is upon us, ladies and gentlemen, and it's time to talk about getting the playing advantage up in Boston. The Boston Advantage, one of our favorite programs from top to bottom in the country, on the planet. And Coach Szerlip is with us right now. Dan, it's too many Dans right now. It's not too many cooks in the kitchen. It's too many Dans, but you can never have enough when you've got you and I on the call here. Draft day coming up. What have the boys in Boston been talking through? How are you guys getting prepped to put together this year's draft class?
So I think we're in like a unique situation because we're so heavily into the youth hockey as an organization. So especially in the Massachusetts area and New England area, we have a real good grip of the 05 and 06 age group. I actually coached in it for 4 years myself. Kevin Poulin, who's our program director of the new academy, he has a 2006. So I think we're set up really well to go younger, knowing what we have in our pipeline, and then knowing what we can go out and go find to bring in to help what we already have. We're excited about. Our big focus has always been promoting from within. So, drafting these guys early and younger, we now can open up a relationship with some of these guys and hopefully get them in a little bit early, maybe work with us in the summers or play for us throughout midget or come to our academy. And then we can kind of mold them and work them and get them ready for the NCDC.
Now, you look at this Boston Advantage setup as you get ready for the draft. Can you talk to folks a little bit about that academy, about all the work going on there with the levels and kind of what you guys have built in Boston?
It's crazy. It's like a compound. Sorry. The rink is going to be 3 sheets with the main sheet in the middle, with a 3/4 bowl, restaurant, bar, offices in the back, video room. Every team will get their own locker room, and then on the same plot but down the road a little bit is going to be the dorms and the classrooms, where it's not just an online academy. We are going to have teachers. It will be a full IB program. It's exciting, and I think it's something that there's a lot of these academies coming up, and when we got into it and wanted to do it, we really said that if we're going to do this, we need to do it right. We're not just going to throw kids in a 5x5 room in the rink or on wanky Wi-Fi and this and that. We want to be like, when you look at our academy, you're going to go, no, this is a prep school. This isn't just a hockey academy. And that's what we've built. And we're excited to get it off the ground. The recruiting's gone really well so far. Ian Mendezoon, Kevin Poulin, even Tim himself have done a great job. And I think the product's going to be really good when it hits the ice in September.
And it's an incredible crew there. I mean, the hockey knowledge, the acumen, just the understanding of the young athlete in that building right now. It's so fun to watch this thing grow over the years. And I know a guy who's been having fun getting the hockey playing advantage and watching along is my right-hand man, Mike Consigliere, Montfur from Another Mayor, Lucas Jones. I will allow someone not named Dan to speak for a moment. You get one question before I jump back in.
just for a second. Otherwise, I'll have to legally change my name to Dan, I think, at this point. Coach, I watched, I think I said on some of the NCDC All Dan K Show teams, I watched a lot of Advantage hockey this year, and I love some of the product that you guys put together. The back half of the season, the NCDC put together an absolute heck of a run there. With a lot of the ways the game is trending, you just talked about the inclusion of the youth in what you guys are doing in the future, right? And the youth are not just the future of the game, but the focus on the youth is where the game is heading, these younger players. But once you get to the age range the NCDC is looking at, there's space for all types of players, space for physical players, fast guys, skill guys, right? Real heady, the intelligent guys, the hockey IQ, if you want to use that term. What is the strategy? What type of guys are the Advantage NCDC team looking for in this upcoming draft for the next season?
Kind of everything, right? To build a team, you can't have a team of bangers only. You can't have a team of skill guys only. You can't have a team of PP guys only. You have to have a little bit of everything. Obviously, when you go younger and you draft younger, you tend to draft to skill. And and then you can kind of look to find the third, fourth line energy guys, the role guys, the leaders, as you build your team. And a lot of times your leaders, they are older, so they have to have some experience. They have to have some. They've had to gone through some ups and downs. They've put in the time. They've gone through some hardship. That's kind of what makes a good leader. So that's something that's really hard to find in the draft. So that's something you kind of tend to build from someone that you know, or you get a word from a midget coach that this kid is, we should look at this kid. Not only is he a good player, he's a great locker room guy. But as far as going into the draft, you do look to try to find skill, ability, and then you can kind of fill in your pieces of, ruggedness and sandpaper around that.
Now, we look at this NCDC product, and my favorite thing, my quote with the USPHL model is cradle to college, right? And I don't know if there's anyone doing it better than what you guys are putting together with the academy, with the compound, as we're calling it, Hockey Central compound. Like, this is going to be a place where you can live, eat, and breathe hockey while getting your academics, getting your education, and getting ready to move to the collegiate ranks. Can you talk to me about the NCDC? And if I'm a player who's already looking at the academy, maybe a younger athlete, and seeing the opportunity to continue my education while playing the junior hockey game, why is the NCDC so important towards my development? And why is it a good call to go play for the Boston Advantage in this league?
Well, in our situation, right, like if you're in the academy, because it's so small and it's so personal, we can customize your schooling. So if you're a young guy and you're a junior in high school and you're on our U16 or U18 team and you're doing really well, because we don't have to worry about you missing class, because we can move where your class is going to be, and you can get in with a tutor and you can get in with one of our teachers at a different time. We can just call you up and you would just play for me. We did that this year with Timmy Bisconi, with Will McDonough, and towards the end of the year, Ocean Fancy as well. So I think that if playing junior hockey is where you want to go on a younger end, and you're looking at that bubble right now, we're a really good option, because we have multiple avenues for you until you're 100% ready to be in the league. Right? If you're a kid that, at 15 or 16, does it make sense to be out of the lineup for two, in the lineup for one, out of the lineup for two, in the lineup for one? Wouldn't it be better for you to practice with NCDC every day, play 2 midget games on the weekend, and then our Sunday game you're in for? That way you're not missing anything. And then the hope is by November is there's no midget games for you. You're a full-time NCDC player.
I absolutely love it. I'm telling you right now, hockey players, as the league trends younger with this NCDC draft, we look at opportunities like the Boston Advantage as ones that are set apart from others, right? We have the opportunity to grow, cradle to college, do it all in one building, the hockey compound coming to you, man. I'm excited to see it. Get the playing advantage in Boston today. For those of you who hear your name called on draft day, with that Boston Advantage emblem right next to you, live 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, youtube.com. You go to the USPHL page there, like and subscribe, or just search NCDC Draft, and you'll see our beautiful faces live on the air. Dan K, Lucas Jones, and the better Dan Szerlip of the Boston Advantage. Watch out for the Advantage coming towards you in the 2022-2023 campaign.